Good afternoon, and welcome to the 60th Niles West Commencement Ceremony. My name is Steve Pronto. I'm the Assistant Principal for Operations and proud graduate of Niles West High School. Invited guests, even though we're in a large sports stadium, and you may be used to cheering on students at athletic contests, graduation is intended to be a dignified and solemn event. Out of respect of our graduates this afternoon, I would ask you to refrain from clapping or cheering during the reading of names until everyone has proceeded across the stage. This allows all spectators to hear their names called. Thank you for your cooperation in maintaining a respectful environment as we usher our graduates into the next important phase of their lives. If you're willing and able, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please continue standing for the national anthem, which will be sung by Janae Moncrief.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Thank you, Janae, for that beautiful performance. Now I'd like to introduce Ethan Suh, President of Student Government.
Hello. It is my pleasure to introduce members of the District 219 Board of Education and the Niles West Administration. Please join me in welcoming Mr. James Becker, President, Board of Education, Ms. Naima Abraham, Vice President, Board of Education, Mr. Joseph Nowick, Secretary, Board of Education, Ms. Rebecca Abraham, Secretary Pro Tem, Board of Education, Ms. Lana Jacobs, Member, Board of Education, Ms. Jill Manrique, Member, Board of Education, Mr. David Coe, Member, Board of Education, Dr. Stephen Asoye, Superintendent of District 219, Dr. Sandra Eregin, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction of District 219, Mr. Tim Neubauer, Assistant Superintendent for Business, Dr. Karen Ritter, Principal of Niles West High School, and finally, Dr. Antoine Babakani, Assistant Principal for Pupil Services of Niles West High School. And now I have the pleasure of introducing my dear friend, Wally Baig, Senior Class President. Thank you.
Hello, graduates. Allow me to be the first on the stage to say congratulations to the class of 2021. We have worked long and hard and get to the place where we are now. We have studied, tested, and excelled in order to better our future. We are on the right path. We are the future leaders of this world, and we will make a change. This is something I would say to a room of Harvard graduates. To a football field of anxious teenagers who are about to wander off into the real world, I have no clue on what to say. I don't know what will happen to any of us in 4 years. I feel just as lost as I was as a little freshman. The only difference is that I grew 2 inches, been blessed with facial acne, and stopped sending Snapchat streaks. I still don't know what a mortgage is or why we can't print more money. If this year has taught us one thing, it's that life can be unpredictable. No one thought we would be out of school for an entire year. At first, it was a long spring break. Then, it was an easy no finals week, and then a peaceful, less crowded summer. Then the fall semester started and things started to become real. Zoom meetings and candidates were introduced. The 11:59 deadline, block scheduling, and no one having an idea when a vaccine was going to be made came all so fast. When would be the next time I come to the cafeteria and eat the cold pasta and set my hand on the sticky tables? When will be the next time I come into a late start and see a swarm of large Dunkin' iced coffees at 6 in the morning? When will be the next time I come into the cafeteria and see my friends chugging down Kickstarts at 7 a.m.? It is 49 grams of sugar. Please stop doing that in the future. There were no answers to be found, but I was okay with that. I chose to look at things in a different perspective. If you hit rock bottom this year, then you have found yourself to be on a solid foundation. Build up. Because what I can say wholeheartedly is that if you believe in something, then you can do it. 4 years ago, I never imagined being on the stage today and speaking to my fellow classmates. I auditioned in 8th grade to speak at my middle school graduation, but my speech didn't make the cut. I was devastated. 4 years later, and a Think Big campaign, and I stand here today. If you believe in something, then you can do it. That is the corny, basic line that I'm going to stick with, because I treated this speech with the same importance as all my final assignments. And so, late last night, I Googled graduation speeches. From starting off our freshman year with a 50-minute lockdown, bed bugs in the library, to graduating during a global pandemic, being on a football field isn't that odd. Niles West has become almost a second home to us, and we are ever so thankful for what it has given us. We have gone 4 years, thousands of hours, millions of minutes, and hundreds of millions of seconds studying, practicing, and trying to do our best to achieve this diploma. All that hard work is shown on the document as it reads, "This certificate is awarded to." I have no idea what will happen in 4 years, but I do have some hope what will happen in 10, 20, or 30 years from now. Because I know you all have the potential to be something great. The CEO of a Fortune 500, the scientist that cures cancer, or the next president of the United States of America. Go become the very best at what you can do, because I know you have the potential to do so. The saying used to be shoot for the stars. Well, West, for us, the saying is shoot for the center of the galaxy, because that's how far you can go. I can't wait to see all of you in news articles, on the news, or in books, so I can say I went to high school with that person. You have the potential to change the world, and I hope you do so. Congratulations, and thank you for your time today. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the principal of Niles West High School, Dr. Karen Ritter.
Thank you, Wally. Good afternoon, beloved friends, families, administration, members of the District 219 Board of Education, faculty, staff, and students of the Niles West High School class of 2021. We see in these graduates the fruition of 4 years of scholarship and labor. Today we gather together to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of the senior class of Niles West High School. This moment here together gives me great hope. In a school year like no other, as I stand here on this stage, looking at all of your beautiful faces, in front of your families and loved ones, I see a graduating class that is empowered with great will, pride, tenacity, kindness, and grace. Class of 2021, there is no doubt you've experienced many losses this year. It is very clear that everyone has been impacted by the pandemic. This year has shaped who we are. The pandemic has amplified our emotions, and I would argue that who you were before the pandemic became magnified during the pandemic. For some, negative emotions and voices grew stronger. But for those in our senior class of 2021, your kindness, compassion, and respect for others outshined the challenges that we all experienced. Instead of focusing on the negative, you looked for ways to help others. Gabby Rogan, you advocated for your peers by telling administration that you and your classmates needed more social and emotional support. Janae Moncrief, you single-handedly organized a peaceful protest in Skokie to fight for social justice. Jaden De Leon, concerned about food insecurity in Skokie, you wanted to create a community garden at Niles West to help grow food for families in need. Wally Bagg and Sydney Schroeder, you gave a senior class gift back to the senior class by organizing a senior drive-in movie event. Royana Yousefzai, Amala James, and Zainab Khan, you used your student voice to have difficult conversations about race in the West Addressed podcast. These students I mention here today are no means the exception. They are representative of the amazingly kind students in the class of 2021 as a whole. There are countless other examples of how our seniors cared for the school community in a time when everyone needed some extra attention. The seniors in this class have put themselves before others, the community before the individual, and have demonstrated such selflessness that it makes me hopeful for a better Niles West, a better community, and a better world. I compare this group of seniors to the mythological story of the phoenix rising from the ashes. To rise like a phoenix from the ashes means to emerge from a catastrophe, stronger, smarter, and more powerful. It's about transcendence, transformation, and victory by overcoming obstacles. Seniors, each of you is the phoenix. So put yourself out there gloriously, loudly, dramatically, and unapologetically. Look to the future with fresh eyes. Be seen, take risks. Be comfortable in discomfort. Face the unknown, because you've done it throughout the pandemic and you have risen to be stronger and better than ever. There is not another graduating class in our lifetime who has had the same tenacity and drive to finish strong despite adversity. We all look to you and admire all of your accomplishments and successes because you have many. You are truly an inspirational class. To the class of 2021, go and continue to make your mark on this world. You have demonstrated that each of you is capable of greatness. I wish you nothing but the best in your bright futures. Congratulations and best wishes to you all. At this time, please welcome the Master Singers, directed by Mr. Matthew Begale.
We are meant together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest.
We are met together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. We are met
together, we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest.
We are met
not ourselves, but our bodies that move.
We are meant
together. We are blessed. Peace in coming and in going. Peace in labor and in rest.
We are meant
together. We are blessed. Peace in coming and in going. Peace in labor and in rest.
Hold on, dear brother.
Hold on, dear sister.
Hold on.
Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
Thank you, Mr. Begale and the Master Singers. I will now introduce our senior class speakers, Henry Gussis and Janae Moncrief.
Hello,
and welcome to the second commencement ceremony for the class of 2021.
I hope you've all been staying positive and testing negative as we've tackled this truly memorable school year.
My name is Janae Moncrief.
And my name is Henry Gussis, and we are honored to be speaking to you today.
Henry and I have worked together many times before through Niles West Theater. The last time we shared a stage, however, we were in the black box, and Henry was playing a pirate trying to hunt me, a lone ranger, in Neverland.
We want to start by thanking Dr. Ritter and the administration for coordinating an in-person graduation ceremony. Since the start of the school year, my biggest hope was to have an in-person graduation event, so I'm so thankful that we are all able to gather safely here today.
Although our high school experience was unconventional, if these past 4 years have taught us something, it's that anything is possible, in good ways and in the most unexpected. I mean, who would have thought that our senior year would end on the football field with only half of our peers?
Only half of us are here right now, yet we've all been able to connect and find moments of joy. In the last few weeks, for instance, we've had the privilege of having a drive-in movie night, accolades, senior send-off, and prom. Life is finally starting to turn the corner, yet we have to remember all that it took to bring us here today.
To say that 2020 was a difficult year is an understatement. Just as we were enjoying the benefits of finally being upperclassmen, we had our way of life stolen from us as cases skyrocketed in our community.
Now, over a year later, we can finally see the light approaching at the end of this COVID tunnel. It seems unreal to think how we spent over a year of school through a Zoom screen while 6 feet apart, yet we adapted. As Niles West Wolves, we found incredible resilience in battling this challenging year.
None of us would be before you today had we not had the resilience and the passion to fight for our dreams. To be a class of resilience means to defy all odds set against you, to fight even when you feel like it's pointless, and to never lose sight of your dreams. That's exactly what we did.
Even with being thrown into the strangest year possible, we found new ways to nurture relationships and connect our classes to our surroundings. And it was those bonds and virtual classroom lessons that helped us overcome one of the most challenging yet vital points in our lives. For example, taking statistics showed me that in a chaotic world, you can still find order.
Acting courses helped show me how to understand people in a deep and more personal way.
And physics demonstrated to me how we're all connected to each other in our universe through eloquent equations. Thank you, teachers, families, and friends, for continuing to inspire us and for always pushing us to be the best versions of ourselves. We are the Niles West Wolves, and I think it's a perfect symbol. A wolf pack embodies true resiliency and courage.
Wolves are one of the most social animals in the animal kingdom, for they live and hunt together for their entire lives. From the time they are born, they are trained and raised by the entire pack on how to be part of this cohesive social unit.
Just like a wolf pack, we've thrived at Niles West by growing our support network of peers and faculty. From the time we are freshman pups, members of our pack have reached out to help us grow and learn the lay of the land. While these packs tend to have around a dozen wolves, I think it's more than safe to say that our wolf pack spans hundreds, if not thousands, of members.
A wolf pack is also diverse. No wolf pack is homogeneous, for they all contain members of different shapes, sizes, ages, and abilities. These special abilities give each wolf a unique role in its pack to boost its strength. We've done the same. Each of us came to Niles West with individualized experiences and different upbringings and backgrounds. From the captain of a sports team to a tutor in the Lit Center to a competitor in mock trial, we've been fostered through our network to find our niche in the pack, given our unique qualities, creating a class filled with success and accomplishment.
Finally, wolf packs can survive in many environments and extreme conditions. Wolf packs are nomadic. They can travel up to 30 miles a day to find food and shelter. These large distances ensure that a pack remains strong and resilient on their treks. Some of us may be standing here not knowing what we are going to do after we graduate, and that's perfectly okay. Just like a wolf pack, we will travel life through large and diverse environments, and it's up to us to experiment and uncover what paths we will pursue. You may meander through different careers and college majors, or you may follow a direct trail to get into med school. But as long as you have a passion to learn and grow, you will find satisfaction by creating the path that gives your life meaning.
This year, our wolf pack resilience was put to the test. Every week, it seemed as though we were living through another once-in-a-lifetime experience. From California wildfires to the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg to a controversial election to a call for social justice reform by Black Lives Matter activists, we've found ways to amplify important issues using our voices. We as students don't get enough credit for all the hats we wear. Students by day, activists by night, we've found ways to bring attention to things that truly matter, like women's rights, Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ+ equality, to name a few, by going to protests, rallying around communities affected by injustice, and so much more, all while turning in assignments by 11:59. By involving ourselves as the youth of the world, we have become pioneers for the future.
We all carry so much potential for our futures. Yet standing before you today, one question keeps circling my mind. How did it all go by so fast? It seems like yesterday we were just 14-year-old kids trying to find ourselves and figure out what our purpose was in a world filled with opportunity.
We stumbled into the wrong classes and didn't even realize it until 10 minutes in when the teacher turned to us and said, "You're not on my roster." We had more questions than answers and had no idea who we were meant to become. Now we're 18-year-old young adults who eventually figured out how to get to the right classes, found the answers to those questions, and most importantly, have grown into ourselves.
I've seen my best friend from middle school bloom into a star singer in the High Fidelity a cappella group.
I've watched as close friends became star athletes.
I've even witnessed the quiet girl from my government class slowly transform into an investigative journalist through the Niles West News. While I haven't had the opportunity to meet everyone in our class, I see the passion we all exert.
When presented with the vast opportunities at Niles West, we've each found passions to pursue that allowed us to blossom into the people we are today on this field.
I've furthered my passion for theater by playing wildly different characters like a seagull or an old hotel manager. Yet I've also discovered that I have a knack for competing in business competitions and coding.
I've furthered my passion in the arts by being involved in high fidelity, choir, and theater, and loved it so much I decided to major in it.
Our wolf pack will travel and create so many different trails, yet I hope we can all look back on our time at Niles West fondly. There are so many moments over these past 4 years that just make me smile. Whether it was watching the faculty do the Mean Girls dance at the winter concert, storming the gym floor at our junior year homecoming assembly, seeing my math teacher try to ride a unicycle in class and failing miserably, or even just singing a Spanish telenovela theme song like Esa hembra es mala in class with some of my best amigos, I've made so many life-lasting memories.
Although we're about to start our own journeys in life, we will always be Niles West Wolves. No matter how far we travel, our pack will always be bound together by the special 4 years we've shared here.
We want to thank you all so much for coming today. It's been quite the school year, so now is the time to celebrate and enjoy the summer as life starts to return to normal. Thank you, friends, family, and loved ones, for being here with us on this special day.
To our peers, I want to take a moment to acknowledge all of those stressful nights, last-minute assignments, and moments when we thought high school seemed unbearable and say, we made it.
Even if we've never spoken or only shared a quick glance in the halls, I want you to know that I'm so proud of you. You should celebrate everything that you've accomplished during this transformative period of your life.
Thank you, and congratulations to the Niles West class of 2021.
Thank you, Henry and Janae. I will now introduce Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Sandra Areguin.
Thank you, and congratulations to all of the members of the class of 2021. At this time, I ask that Mr. Specker, President of Niles Township High School District 219 Board of Education, please come up to the podium. Mr. Specker and members of the Board of Education, by the authority vested in the Superintendent of Niles Township High School District 219 and by the Illinois State Board of Education, I certify that the senior class of 2021 presented to you today and is posted in the official commencement program have successfully completed the District 219 and State of Illinois requirements necessary for a high school diploma. It is my honor to present to you and the Board of Education the graduating class of 2021.
I accept the Niles West class of 2021 for graduation. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Mr. Specker. We will now award the diplomas for the class of 2021. Please hold your applause and recognition until all of the names have been read. Thank you for your cooperation.
Cameron Catherine Lacey.
Arham Ur Rehman.
Rami Muhammad Lalu.
Justin Soriano Rendon.
Christopher Vincent Landowski.
Kevin Repta.
Lily Kathleen Lauritsen.
Sammy Rezai Hagigi.
Andy Lee.
Jennifer Rigo Wojnicka.
Brandon Neil Lee.
Maya Alexis Rios.
Max Levitt.
Katarina Nevis Rezati.
Lydia Latika.
Allison Mary Robertson.
Lauren Kylie Lazark.
Kevin Anthony Robinson.
Isaiah Angel Leboy.
Elvis Rolando Rodriguez.
Brian Finn Leo.
Janelle Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Aaliyah Faith Lipset.
Brian Abdiel Rodriguez O'Farrell.
Samantha Hope Lipset.
Gabrielle Tal Rogan.
Peter Mateos Litera.
Anthony Scott Roman.
Alex Julian Lewis.
Giselle Romero Marcial.
Jessica Tran Liu.
George Nathan Raska.
Anthony Luo.
Ella Suzanne Rousseau.
Nicholas Ryan Luong.
Alex Joel Ruano.
Avery Jacob Luthart.
Lauren Noel Rubio.
Elion Kiet Lu.
Anya Faye Lerner Rufino.
Tam May Lu.
Sarah Salim Rupani.
Natalie Elaine Magdaleno.
Patricia Ana Maria Rus.
Shayna Jacqueline Maitino.
Lillian Marilyn Ryan.
Jacob Carl Malasig.
Philip Bassam Saba.
Naveen Arman Mallet.
Christina Seich.
Naram George Mando.
Mustafa Sami.
Brandon Antonio Managura.
Zachariah Hanif Satar.
Alexandra Manoilovich.
Joshua William Saville.
Ashtar Mansour.
Sydney Jean Schroeder.
Isma Manzur.
Asante Ama Yaboa.
Matthew Peter Ledesma Moranin.
Abe Shaw.
Manur Marfani.
Isha J. Krishma Shaw.
Muzamil Marfani.
Udit Shaw.
Anna Maris.
Vandit Shaw.
Montserrat Marquez.
Maharain Mazar Shaw Khan.
Yeninka Yune Martinez Ungai.
Ilya Shabazi.
Fawad Masad.
Haris Mohammed Shakir.
Danny Jacob Matthew.
Christina Brandy Shao.
Jeffany Raju Matthew.
Philip John Shamrowski.
Jessica Elizabeth Matthew.
Banisha Donamu Shi.
Leah Matthew.
Josepha Raphael Sherbet.
Rosmi Roy Matthew.
Erica Rose Sia.
Tessia Thunkachin Matthew.
Anya Sadiq, sorry.
Fayez Abdullah Matia.
Sumaya Siddiqui.
Davis Mati.
Abad Hamad Siddiqui.
George Matias.
Vaniza Siddiqui.
Miriam Matisse.
Peter Ziegler.
Daniel William Mathies.
Kanwar Singh.
Alexandra Maya.
Christopher Scaria.
Alexis Rose Mazanga.
Mark Saliwa.
John Edward McGivern.
Danielle Marie Smagelski.
Julia Mondani Medici.
Alfia Sohail.
Victor Fernando Medina.
Magdalena Soldo. Amy Pearl Soliva. Amanda Summer.
Tyler John Meager.
Nathan Sopich.
Ida Mikovic.
Rachel Sopt.
Zufo Mehmetovic.
Irene Sparados.
Niam Mehmeti.
Daniela Sue.
Abira Mahmood.
Ethan G. Sak Sa.
Eden Melamed.
Arshin Nor Sukara.
Adine Meseljevic.
Liba Bano Sukera.
Jenna Michaela McCord.
Razan Walidi Salman.
Rose Mitai.
Abu Bakr Sawangwala.
Ria Modi.
Mohammed Safwan Surya.
Slema Mohammed.
Daniela Shushnita.
Fohad Mohammed Mohuddin.
Gavin Soik.
Colin Eugene Moore.
Aziz Sayed.
Matab Mohsini.
Mubashir Sayed.
David Moldovan.
Monica Saithor.
Camila Molina Sebastian.
Matthew Tablante.
Janae Elise Moncrief.
Sumera Taj.
Cameron Jose Montanez.
Madeline Angelina Tan.
Ismary Monteroso.
Saher Unjum Tayebi.
Christian Matthew Montgomery.
Gio Terlizzi.
Eric Mora.
Jonathan Huth Tess.
Jennifer Rachel Morad.
Liat Tashom.
Aisha Irfan Motin.
Josephine Fannert.
Jenny Moy.
William Fannert.
Zinat Mustafa Muhammad. Alex Manish Topo.
Ariana Murphy.
Lauren Louise Troop.
Bushra Musani.
Mario Esteban Toloyo Soto.
Babak Nafisi.
Vasily Toliopoulos.
Yukio Justin Nang.
Amy Toma.
Anthony Michael Nano.
Anton Tomachich.
Max Natanson.
Stephanie Emily Tamuda.
Matthew Navarro.
Emily Tran.
Ali Shabazz Nawaz.
Aikwa Ann Tran.
Stefan Nessick.
Lance Tran.
Hong Min No.
Shane Tran.
Christian Wynn.
Evan Eric Trejo.
Helene Han Wynn.
Harry Trong.
Julie Wynn.
San Trong.
Karen Wynn.
Jawad Tulimat.
Mimi Wynn.
Joseph Uruchima.
Quinn Bridget Niedermeyer.
Erica Uruchimu Morocho.
Safa Noor.
Jerome Jude Vadapale.
Mary Noaya.
Elena Christine Vox.
Michael Robert O'Malley.
George Russell Vox.
Sarah Odisho.
Oscar Vega.
Isaac Odisho.
Mario Velasco.
Ana Oltianu.
Cecilia Velasco Flores.
Nezreen Musa Omar.
Nicholas John Vera.
Gabriela Rodica Orban.
Christopher Joseph Villanueva.
Isaac Andres Ordonez.
Huang Phi Long Vo.
Alma Osmankich.
Amira Vora.
Amra Osmankich.
Amar Vanikovich.
Derek Sapal U.
Luke Vucic.
Lydia Owens.
Manuela Wasuf.
Joshua Marlon Padillos.
Sammy Wen. Julia Christina Panate.
Olivia Grace Wendell.
George Nicholas Panometros.
Samantha Desiree White.
Adil Jabbar Patel.
Blake Anthony Wilkinson.
Fahim Mohammed Patel.
Narig Yakubian.
Ismail Munaf Patel.
Abrar Yasser.
Muaz Nafis Patel.
Ashley Ann Yukana.
Pal Patel.
Chloe Jonathan.
Shiv Ashok Patel.
Yashil Yusuf.
Gianna Nicole Pauly.
Adam J. Yusuf.
Salma Panava.
Rayana Fatima Yousefzai.
Alden Berazic.
Alice and Natalie Yusfi.
Alan Perazic.
Devin Gabriel Yoon.
Jonathan Daniel Perkins.
Masi Zabi.
Miguel Picasso Marin.
Hamna Fatima Zaidi.
Sophia Luis Petrosky.
Basit Ashfaq Zachariah.
Nicole Pirro. Jason Benjamin Piuian. Kevin Plack. Andy Zlatko Polak. Maximus Puente. Fatima Saeda Kadri. Fatima Kadri. Habib Syed Kadri. Ferris Rahich. Tomas Ramirez Suarez. Sophia Nicole Kyogi Ramos. Christian Kyle Rannon. Marian Rassam. Iman Rather. Jeremy Costa Rossi. Alina Raza. Aaron Isaiah Razik.
Please stand and applaud your Niles West class of 2021. Guests, we ask that you please stay in your seats until we process out. Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your cap.
Thank you.